still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
You pick. You pick. You are down to. You pick. That didn't do it. That. You grab a handful of rocks. You grab a. You grab.
Welcome again to the gates of the Castle Borgov. I hope that you've been enjoying your visit to Moldavia. Wife? Why, I have no wife. I do not know if anyone at the castle is named Katrina. My house is just inside the gates, and I seldom see anyone from the castle. Good luck, and may your feet move faster than the thing that chases you.
The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery. A heavy stone door seals off the Borgov family crypt. A relief carving on the door shows the crest of the House of Borgov. This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains." Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave. The inscription on this headstone reads, "Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace." This headstone reads, "On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night." Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue. To his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew. Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation. It was a fatal recreation. Arkin Tenor walked at night. Arkin saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenor see? No one seems to be listening. Tell the creature it's called the Lishi.
Ah, that's the price of too much fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name. Lishi, Lishi, look and see, in a bush or up a tree. Lishi, Lishi, riddle rhyme. Can you solve them every time? Two and two make six. A little bush is in a fix. If you save a plant from goo, I can help you with a clue.
Still you remember.
Back again so soon? What have you heard lately? Boris was a wise man. Always had something to say. A man can't know too much, he tell me. Boris was a... What would you like to know about? You know, old Nikolai has been crazy for years. Never could get over the loss of his wife, Anna. It has been years since Anna has been gone, before I even was married. Lost in the woods she was, and eaten by something terrible, so it said. Oh, they were such a happy couple. Now Nikolai's just crazier than a chicken with its head cut off. Yuri hasn't been the same since his daughter was stolen away 2 years ago. Gypsies took her, I told him so. Never listens to me, though. He's not doing much business at the inn either, except for those lazy excuses for farmers that hang out there, and an occasional visitor. He'd go broke. The Borgovs used to live in the castle north of town. The last Borgov was said to have disappeared under suspicious circumstances. However, no one seems to know just what happened to him. As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
You unlock the... After some rest... You unlock... After some rest... You unlock... After some... You unlock... After some rest... You unlock the... After some rest, why would you... After some... Somebody might see you during the... You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door.
Have a seat. Wait, no, better leave the seats here. But why don't you sit down on one? This show can't get on the road until you get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or maybe just sit. Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Mordavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "Do you know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it." You may as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course, that's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on? Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here. Anyhow, show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks and I'll show you a guy who's rich. Hey, you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
Phew. The gnome has stopped speaking. Maybe he's finished telling his joke. You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you've heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what? Is this an inn or a cemetery? I've had livelier times at funerals. Some help you were. Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder? It's nights like these that make me feel like an inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But what? And get out of show business? Be they ever so humble, there's nobody stays home. I've been on the road so long, I have flat tires on my feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't. I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last store down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together. Hey, my last tour was a great success. I outran everyone. But there's no business like show business. With me, the show must go on and on and on. I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but, oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time.
You've never seen so many...
It is very dangerous in Mordavia at night. We always keep things locked up when it gets dark. I will let you out for now. If you wish to return later this evening, just knock on the door. If you do not make it back by the closing of the inn, may you rest in peace.
After some rest,
It is good to see you again. I hope you are enjoying your visit to Mordavia. You need to take better care of yourself, you know? It is very dangerous out at night. You may call me Katrina. And what shall I call you? The forest is a very dangerous place. Many monsters walk here, especially at night. Please, please be careful. I live in the castle north of town. It is a cold, dreary place, I'm afraid. I must go now. I hope we can meet again soon. I enjoy your company.
before you can think to follow her, the young peasant girl has disappeared into the forest. You deftly slip over the gate and into town. You carefully open the window. It's one of the ugliest mugs that you have ever seen. Some people just don't have any taste. You pick up the ugly mug and carefully place it on the floor. You see that this is filled with junk. You scan through the book in the old man's desk. It seems to be someone's diary. It wasn't really designed. Searching the nightstand, you find a small gold locket on a chain. It says "Love" on the outside in well-worn lettering. Inside, you see the tiny paintings of two faces. One of the faces is of a good-looking young man. A glance at the old man's face and a little imagination shows that it's probably his portrait from when he was younger. The other face is of a young and lovely woman. This picture is marred by a spot where some liquid has dripped upon it. You close it and put it in your backpack.
I don't know. It would be a shame to lose you so soon. The best places to steal from are the most dangerous. I do not think you are ready just yet.
That didn't do anything. That didn't. You carefully open the window. You put the locket carefully back into the nightstand. You know that this is the one thing the old man would really miss if you took it. It looks pretty much as you'd expect. The desk is now empty except for the old book. You see that this is filled with junk. The couch looks as though it's seen better years. It's badly worn and starting to sag. Pawing around in the odds and ends, you pick up a dagger, 1 crown, and 11 kopecks as the only things worth taking.
I don't know. It'll be... Actually, I'm getting used to this shape. I can climb walls and ceilings really, really well now. I can run and be stealthy at the same time. Best of all, I never have to go hungry. I never realized how tasty moldy leftover garlic stew can be.
In your sleep, you seem to hear voices.
Do you see him?
Yes, he is sleeping. Most likely in the inn, although it is hard to focus the vision enough to tell.
I do not understand why you did not just capture him in the first place. The charades you play are foolish.
Silence! To serve us, it will be for the best if he acts under his own free will. Why make an enemy out of a willing tool? Oh, but I forget. He is already your enemy.
This is not someone to play games with, I say. If he finds out what is going on, he will never cooperate. Besides, you risk his death. Mordavia is a very dangerous place.
I think he is quite capable of taking care of himself. Besides, I have ways of making him cooperate, as you well know. I will use them only if I must.
The voices fade off into oblivion.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.